Hey guys, Carlo here. Today we're gonna see some sadly funny copies that are done really wrong and for only one reason, and it's learning. Because when we see such a bad example, such a bad extremes, we can compare and we can actually learn something. The purpose of this video is not hating, it's just having some fun and learning while we do it. Seeing some cool examples, some things I've seen, some tips I can give you, some insights behind all the copy, and pretty much it. So let's go. The first one is actually, I bet you have seen all those memes and stuff about this awful advertising that are kind of funny actually, but it kind of makes you sad also. Like, which was the person that did this? And I truly believe that you need to be mistaken a lot. You need to make a lot of mistakes in order to be really good. So, but I don't think that you have enough time to make all of the mistakes. You don't have such an amount of years of time in your life to make all the mistakes. So, true wisdom is learning from other people's mistake so you don't make them yourself. Like obviously, if you always have this mindset of every time that I fail, I grow even more. Like I don't ever fail, I just learn and grow. You're gonna go to the good path, you're gonna grow. But a life hack is learning from other people's mistakes. So that's what we're gonna see today. I like this one really much, pretty funny. Texting while driving kills, and then it says for more tips, text safety to this, obviously. One thing, guys, is simplicity is key. Like, if you have to think a copy really much, is not good. I think of copy as a joke. If you have to explain a joke, is not good enough. So try to avoid using like really specific words, really technical words. Like avoid those inside jokes to a certain extent. Like you could use some inside jokes because they're really powerful, but make sure to bet for the highest probability of the highest amount of people understanding it, or inside your niche, inside your audience. So make sure that they are going to understand. You can actually ask them, like, if you have an audience of this and this and this specifics, let's say women from 18 to 25 years old who love yoga and spirituality, you should get in contact with one of them and tell them, hey, would you understand this copy? You'll be amazed. Like, people are able to talk to you freely, give you like the best insights ever, just for free. You just need to talk to them and ask. So if you want something, just ask for it. This one is kind of cringy because if it's of a funeral home and they tell you text and drive funeral home, thank you for smoking, Beckham Wilhelm funeral home. Also really like cringe worthy one. And this one is like really out there. Like everyone puts it like come a little closer, and it's like a subway a subway rail. So kind of hard. Save the whales, lose butter, go vegetarian. Because I know that a lot of copywriters, we want to hit it hard. We want to have like one ad that everyone sees, like it gets the attention from the whole world and everyone's talking about it. But some people just take it too far that they say that there's no like bad exposure or not like bad fame, but I do think that it can go against you. Like exposure is exposure. A lot of people are gonna see you, but I do think that people are gonna relate to you in a way that you might not like. Life is short, have an affair. I actually looked at this website and it's like a dating site, kind of like Tinder. The only sneakers you can hear. It's hard to understand. No, I don't even truly understand it quite well. You know, yeah. If you have to think about it, it's not a good copy. I also saw this one. It said badass and said like the whole definition. We are programmers. Why are we so badass? It's kind of weird, misleading. You don't want to like read all of this. It's not good. And another thing, guys, that a lot of people do in copywriting is that they only talk about themselves. Like, I do this, I am good because of this and this and this, and that they're just trying to make you like to give their value out in a way that's feeding their ego. Like, okay, I'm good because of this and this and this and this. So they only talk about them and their company, and but people actually don't care. They do care about what they could get with you. Like, if I press here, if I buy your product, what am I gonna get? That's one of the main key principles of copywriter. What are they gonna get? Because people don't care. I've noticed it in my own life. Even when something happens, you immediately think, how is it going to affect me? Like with the coronavirus, like everyone like, okay, quarantine, everyone has to stay in their house, and everyone immediately thought like, my life is gonna look like this, like I'm gonna stay at home, luckily I can work from my house, I'm gonna eat there, I'm gonna do this. You immediately think about you first, and then you might think about the rest. But think about, the majority of people are just thinking, how is it gonna affect me? So if you put a copy and you tell them and they feel that you know what they are thinking about, that they identify with you, like, oh, he's not talking about himself because we don't care about himself, he's talking about me, what am I gonna get? It's clear, it's really simple and clear. I love simplicity. I think simplicity is power. I think clearness is power. So talk about what they are gonna get, not like this example that say, we love design, we blog, we build, we sell, we give back, because people feel like they're excluded. If I come here and I'll tell you like, yes, I'm a creative by nature, I'm just so gifted by copywriting, I just like were born and I just learn how to do copywriting by like something out of this world, you're gonna feel excluded. You're gonna feel like, I'm not him, so I don't have like a chance, I don't have a choice, right? Like if this website is telling you like, we do all these awesome things, you kind of feel in a way like excluded. Like, why should they care about me? They mostly care about themselves. So because no one likes that, no one likes a person. I see brands as people. Like, no one cares about a person that's always talking about themselves. People care about people that can leave their ego aside and ask you things, and like, how are you, how can I help you out, right? Relief greater than finding and 1 BR cheaper than 3K. You see, here you don't even understand it because it's like an inside joke, probably for traders, or I'm not really sure. But if I need to think about it much, it's not good copy. Also, I took some websites like this one that I just in general don't like because it's too much words. Like, who is gonna take the time to read all of this? Like, it doesn't even, I don't know where to start, right? And if I scroll down like this quickly, like everyone does, you're not gonna read anything. Maybe this part, maybe this the bullets, but you see, it's not friendly. It's not good for the eye because it's like huge blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. So I would hate this one. And I do think you need to like change colors, to use bolded letters and use underlines to get people's attention in specific words that you want them to read. But I'm gonna show you later an example of people overdoing it. This is just another example. You see really small letters, like the more the effort, the worst. You see here they bold a lot of uh, sentences and words that I'm like, okay, what is the most important part here? Like if everything is bolded, everything is, it's like when you were like in college. Do you remember studying that you had this highlight and you got a page and you just highlighted every single sentence? Then everything is important, right? Nothing stands out, and when you see it, you don't know where to start. It's like overwhelming for the mind. So you need to make it the easiest as possible, because people are already overwhelmed by all the social media, the thousands of posts, the thousands of choices you need to make every single day, that if you make it easier, if you make it relaxing for the eyes, you have enough spaces, they're gonna appreciate it really much and they're gonna take the time. So be concise, be precise, be simple. I also looked for a sales page, and this one looked like kind of scammy, kind of. I'm not telling that they are scammers, I'm just telling that it looks like old. They look that they're just gonna get your attention to buy you once and then run away. You see here, they get your attention, but then they get it again and again and again, and they use it, the bolding and the change of the colors again and again. They overuse it, and once you overuse it, you don't. This got my attention, shocked me, right? And the picture is really good, but then you see it way too much. These colors are bad for your eyes, like it's hard to read. I'm showing you exactly how I would read this one. I would scroll down. Okay, this got my attention because of the red. I told you in a past video, guys, that red equals something bad, equals something alert. Like when you're in a like stop sign, you're in a traffic lights, like red is like a bright color that tells you like, hey, stop, like, hey, put attention. But if you overdo it, it start getting less and less power. You see, they bolded and changed the color and so much, and use like uppercases so much, like this one. I don't even want to read it, right? Because they overdo it so much. You see, it's overwhelming. This color, I don't like it that much. It's hard to read. I do like this part because you see, it's really spaced out. It's easy to read. It gives, you see. Okay, this, yeah. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you learn. I hope you do learn. This is not to be hateful, to spread the hate. It's just so you can learn from other people's mistakes and you kind of understand a little bit of the psychology behind of why these things work. So if you liked it, please subscribe. If you want to see more of the free trainings in the future, subscribe down below. And thanks for your time. I'll see you tomorrow.